Hi, my name is Franek and I help young men improve their mental health. And this is my complete guide to cold exposure. And now I don't want to waste any of your time because time is very valuable. Time is a currency. So let's begin. Without further ado. Wow, that's funky fucking word. What is cold exposure? Or cold exposure training, whatever. Just cold exposure, let's say. The name is pretty self-explanatory. Cold exposure. Cold exposure, right? So there's many ways you can do cold exposure. You can do how do you say that? Okay, cold showers, ice baths, cold baths, ice showers, and how do you say that? But basically just being in a cold environment but not in water. So like cold air. You know what I mean? Basically being in cold. For example, going outside into like minus 10 degrees outside in the wintertime. There's no water but it's still cold. So these are like the three main ways you can do cold exposure. And probably the easiest to do because the only thing you need is cold water in your tap, which most likely you have, right? I don't know. And or cold weather, which now is summer, at least for me, right? Now is summer, so it's not cold outside. But you can still do cold showers, ice baths, and that's what I do. And now, why should you do cold exposure? It increases your mental health a shit ton, honestly. It is like fucking therapy. Because it makes you so mindful, honestly. At least for me, right? It makes you so mindful of the present moment because you're just so focused on like the feeling of the cold just running through your fucking body. And it makes you feel so alive. Fuck, a mosquito fucking bit me. It makes you fucking feel so alive because you can feel the cold. You feel your whole body just shivering and stuff. And yes, it is uncomfortable, but the same is with the gym, with lifting weights. If it's uncomfortable, then most likely it is good. Then you're doing a good job. The same is here. But you need to be careful, honestly, because you can get uh, fucking hypothermia, and it's not going to be good. It's not going to be great. I actually had this once, and yeah, okay, I'll just fuck it. I'll just tell you the story, right? So I was a 14-year-old boy, and I was sick. So I was sick. I had I had a fever, and I was cold, right? I was cold, and I was just so fucking dumb, bro. I mean, we all were at like 13, 14, right? So as a young teenager who doesn't know much about the world, I thought, okay, I'll take a cold. I'll go into a water as cold as possible. So I go to my bathroom, I turn on the coldest fucking water like possible, and I get like the whole fucking the whole bath of just fucking ice cold water, like 4 degrees Celsius, maybe. I don't know how much this is in Fahrenheit. I don't care. I don't use Fahrenheit. You can just, if you're curious, you can like calculate somewhere. I don't care. Okay. And I hop into the water, and actually, I felt like a relief as I was sitting there, and I sat there for a good couple of minutes, maybe even like 10 minutes, and I got out. And when I got out, I was okay. I'm gonna show you. Like I was literally shivering like this. I was so shivering, like this. Okay. I was so cold, bro, and I thought it was gonna get better, and so I was just waiting, right? I couldn't do anything else, right? And also my parents were somewhere and my brother was somewhere, so I was home alone with fucking slight hypothermia and it kept getting worse. It kept getting worse. My temperature fucking raised, and I now for me it's common sense, right? But I didn't understand like the cold showers and the cold baths. I just did them, right? But I didn't understand like what happened in the body and stuff. and and that resulted in not a really unpleasant situation. And before the bath, before my ice bath, my temperature was maybe like 37.5, maybe 38 Celsius, not like something much, right? And then I measure my temperature, and it was fucking 40 degrees. It was 40 degrees Celsius. So yeah, when you have like 40 degrees, it's pretty serious, right? But I don't tell anyone because I was like, I'm a tough guy. I survived. Who would have expected? Like, I mean, I'm sitting here right now, so I survived, right? And and now I understand, right? So when you go into cold water, first you feel cold, right? You feel cold, you feel cooled, you feel refreshed. But afterwards, your body really starts fucking heating up to counter your lack of heat, basically. Bro, science. I don't understand the real science, but I'm gonna explain it to you in a simpleton way that you can understand. So your body heats up, and cold showers and cold exposure, basically you should not do it before going to sleep. And right now I'm gonna tell you, I used to take cold showers before sleep because I didn't care about what the science said. I didn't care about what people said because I felt good, and I didn't feel like my sleep was bad at all, and I didn't feel like my sleep could have been improved. And like maybe a week ago, maybe, yeah, I tried to take a warm shower before going to sleep because the thing is, I actually looked at the data of my sleep, and my sleep was really disrupted. So I would wake up like twice or even thrice a night, which I didn't even remember. So I felt like, oh, I don't wake up through the night at all. But I just didn't remember that at all. I would not remember that. And I tried just for one. I said to myself, okay, for a couple of for some time I'll try the warm showers or no or just no shower at all before going to sleep, like a fucking dirty little monkey. And actually, the first night that I did this, I didn't wake up once through the night. I had like 80 something percent accuracy. I think like even 90. So that's really good. And the efficiency, sleep efficiency. And I actually feel like science was right. Okay. So my lesson, like my side lesson here is that even if you feel even if you feel a certain way, doesn't necessarily mean that it is what actually happens. And especially with something like sleep, like your health, because you can feel healthy, but it doesn't have to be true. So if you are able, if you have the money or whatever, if you have the resources to be able to track the data, right? Health, sleep, and stuff like that, then track it and actually see like what the data says, and just try doing something differently and see if that changes. If that doesn't, then maybe the fucking health tracker doesn't work, or maybe it's broken or something. But if you feel good, even if you feel good, right? Even if it feels good, if you feel like you're doing the right thing and you feel healthy and stuff, try something different and see how that impacts you. Okay, that was a fucking long side rant. Okay, and another benefit of doing cold exposure is basically increased testosterone. And I don't think I need to explain this. Fuck. I don't think I need to fucking explain this. It's pretty common sense that like the Spartans used to like just shower only cold, clean, no, use only cold water because they believed that warm water would make them weak, and maybe not necessarily warm water or cold or hot water will make you weak, but cold water will make you strong, make you physically stronger, mentally stronger, and your pain tolerance will increase because the pain of cold is just so unpleasant. It is honestly for me, right? Probably for everyone, right? The cold, the pain of cold is just different than on any other pain, like when you when a bee bites you or whatever, when a bee stings you or whatever. Is it just a different pain? And it's actually like a stinging pain, at least for me, right? I don't know if you feel, if you bro feel another way. Another thing, another big benefit that is that your health will improve, your your immune system will improve, so it will get stronger and you'll get sick less. And I used to get sick a lot, okay? I used to get sick a lot, and now I don't get sick like, at all. I don't need to take any medication. Okay, I'm kind of sick right now, and I don't know like what the fuck is even happening because I've been sick for like a month or something. It's not like a something that really disrupts me and that is just distracting and annoying, but it's like a slight sickness. I don't know how to explain this, but it's not something that is really distracting. Okay, but I guarantee you, if you start doing cold exposure, you will feel a lot better, a lot healthier, and you'll get sick a lot less if you do it the right way, right? Because if you just hop into the coldest possible water in your first cold shower or cold bath session, then you might get sick. Okay, so you need to build up slowly. You can do it with intensity, and you also do it with volume, basically. So intensity is just how cold the water is, and the volume is for how much time you're doing it for. And now for ice baths, I do not recommend doing more than like 10 minutes because you can really get serious hypothermia if you do it for a lot of time, right? If you do it for more than like 10 minutes. I mean, it's different for everyone, but I don't think you want to experience hypothermia. So 10 minutes, around 10 minutes is like the safe boundary. So let's just reflect back on what was the benefits. So improved mental health, physical health. You'll be stronger physically and mentally. You'll have higher testosterone. You'll get sick less. There's a lot of benefits. And what is stopping you from just starting this today, right now, after you watch this video? Nothing. Nothing is stopping you from this, except it could be you. Because do you have a shower in your home? Or do you have a bath in your home? 99.9% of people, yeah. So, I mean, if you're watching this, right? If you have like a phone or a computer, bro, then you then you have a fucking bath or a shower. So, I'm telling you now. So, get into cold showers, cold baths, cold exposure, and do it optimally every day. But if you miss like once, if you miss 1 or 2 days in a week, fine. 3 days, fine, right? But just try and really dedicate yourself to just do this. Because honestly, cold showers, cold exposure, cold is honestly fucking life changing. There are people who have really gone out of like depression and mental illnesses just from cold exposure. And if you follow like all the rest of my advice, which is go to the gym, eat healthy, don't watch porn and stuff, imagine how far you can go with your mental health and how healthy you can become. And the actionable step, right? So take action right now, or after you watch this video, or you can come back to this video, whatever, or watch this video whilst you're taking a cold bath. or sitting outside if it's cold for you. If it's not, then there's no point, because you're gonna get sunlight and stuff. So go outside, okay? Go outside. So take a cold shower after you've watched this video. Take a cold shower. And honestly, yeah, just turn on the coldest water possible. You can also, the thing I do a lot is just building up slowly. So you shower normally first with pre-warm water, right? Not like hot water, but warm water that you're comfortable with. And then you start every every 30 seconds you turn it down a bit until it's like really cold, and then you shower in this really cold water for, so you just basically pour it all around yourself for like 30 minutes 30 minutes 30 seconds, and stop, and that's done. Okay, 30 seconds literally. This will take max like 10 minutes of your day, so it's not a big investment of your time, but the is really worth it. Is high ROI, return on investment. Okay, so, and start gradually increasing the time, or if you want to, you can also do ice baths, cold baths, right? Or you can go outside, but you apply the same mindset as in the gym. So you do progressive overload. So if this week you're gonna do 30 seconds of a cold shower, next week you do 35, and then 40, and then 45. You increase it slowly, and you'll actually find yourself that you can do like sit in the cold water in 4 degrees cold water for fucking 10 minutes with no problem. And honestly, if you get to like 10 minutes a day, you can stop there, honestly, because most of that gives you like the most of the benefits. So yeah, so don't be a bitch and just not take action, because if you watched 23 minutes of this video, then you better take action, because if you don't, then you just wasted 23 minutes of your life, nearly half an hour, just watching a guy talking, and you haven't even took action. So I'm calling you a bitch right now if you don't take action. You're a complete bitch if you don't start doing these cold showers, this cold exposure. You're a complete bitch. Okay? So if you don't take action, you agree with me, okay? So you basically, you don't feel ashamed at all. You don't feel ashamed that you're a bitch, that you're a pussy. Okay, fine. Then this channel is not for you, babe, probably. And if you took action, if you took advantage of this video, of the time you invested into watching this, then, and if you want to improve your mental health further and further and become basically a healthier human, a better human, better, operate better, and get better, and basically anything you want to get good at, then subscribe, because it is going to be worth it, honestly. If not, then don't, honestly. Okay? Peace out.